So in this case, you want to make sure you have the boat in irons. So if you guys remember, irons is when wind is hitting the boat right from the bow, so that the sail is not taking in any of the air and is not getting blown at all. This way, the boat won't gain any momentum from the wind and flip back over, because that is a very frustrating thing. And if you're having problems with that, make sure just double check to make sure that you are in irons. Yes. Now, turtled boat is another step to righting your boat. It's harder to do, takes more effort and more time. It's very important that if you're leaving harbor, you always will try to stay right. And why do you think that, Nicole? If you're just out of dock and you tip, why is it really important to make sure you don't capsize?
Because in going and outgoing motorboats could hit you.
Yes, that is one reason. What about you, Johan? Do you have an idea why?
I don't know. No.
I might have
Janet,
a little bit.
Do you have an idea?
You're more out of control when the boat is turtled. Like we can't maneuver very well.
Yes. When your boat is turtled, you cannot maneuver. You're a danger for boats. You're now in the water instead of in control of your sailboat. Another big thing is when you're leaving the dock, usually the water is much shallower there. And you don't want to get you don't want to get the bottom of the mast stuck on the bottom of the lake or ocean, wherever you may be, because that is a very bad situation when that happens. It's very bad for the sailboat. It could break the mast. You could be stuck there for some time. So that's a very important thing. Remember when you're sailing in and out of a marina or harbor, just to make sure that you're in control of your boat and that you will not tip, you won't capsize, and if you do, especially, that you won't turtle. Now once you're in your turtled position, first thing you want to do is grab the dagger board, because it might go under the boat. It can go down. And if that happens, someone has to go under the boat. And anyone know why someone might be able to go under the boat and be all right?
Because there's air under there.
Perfect. So you're gonna have an air pocket under the boat, and so when you swim under it, you'll have some time. If you're calm, you'll be able to come up and breathe and find the dagger board, which does float and hopefully is strapped to your boat, and push it right back up. And in that case, your other mate can go to the top of the boat and bring the dagger board up once it has been pushed up through its spot. Yes, Janet?
Would you take your life jacket off so that you could get under?
No, you never take your life jacket off at any time. You always want to have that strapped up all the way. Just in case your head gets hit or for some reason you lose consciousness, you always want to have your life jacket on.
Okay.
So for uprighting the turtled boat, you're going to want to get one or both people on the top of the boat, putting weight, bringing it into its capsized position. And once you do that, you can make sure that all the cleats are untacked, and bring it up all the way by having one person on the dagger board and the other person at the bow to balance it out once it goes over. So now that we've learned a little bit about how to right your boat once it's been turtled or capsized, I just want to see if you guys would be able to solve some theoretical problems on your own. So let's see, if your boat is having trouble, if you're having trouble righting your boat, what could be some possible things going on in your boat that you might not know about? You guys can work it out as a group, see if you can figure out the problem. So you have two people on the dagger board, you're pushing down hard, a lot of weight, and the boat's not going up. What could be the area here, guys?
Has it turtled or capsized?
It has just capsized.
The sail might not be uncleated.
Exactly. Great job, Johan. So you have a problem here where your sail is still cleated to the boat, and is not letting you guys right the boat because it is collecting so much water in it that it won't flip. Great job, guys. So that is done. Number 2 is decent winds, and every time you right your boat, it flips right back over. What could be going wrong there, guys? You guys can talk amongst each other. See if you can find out what's going on.
Maybe because the wind keeps catching our boat or something? Like the wind keeps catching the sails and dumping us over again? I'm wondering about that.
Yes, that's very possible.
It sounds like you guys got it there. So exactly, if you guys might not be in irons or something and the wind's catching your sail, you go right back over. This happens to a lot of people and they don't seem to clue in. Always make sure you know where the wind's going so you can have your boat in irons when it is flipped. Great job, guys. Third one is your boat turtles and you lose your dagger board. What are you guys going to do?
I could go under the boat.
And if you're sailing with Johan, how are you guys going to do this as a team?
I'll stay outside of the boat, and then she'll go under the boat and get the dagger board. And then I'll get it from the top of the boat.
Nice, yeah. So if Johan climbs onto the top of the boat here, you can wait for Nicole to push the dagger board up through its slit, and Johan can grab onto it to make sure that you guys don't lose it again. So today, guys, we learned about how to safely capsize and what to do when you capsize. What are some key things to do when you capsize your boat? Yes, Janet.
Stay with your boat.
Number 1 rule, stay with your boat. Always have a hand at your boat at all times. Never let go of your boat. Nicole, let's see if you can give me something to do when you capsize.
Don't take your life jacket off.
Never take your life jacket off. Another important thing, Johan.
Check to see if everyone's okay.
That's one of the number 1 concerns, is make sure that whoever you're sailing with is okay and that they can communicate with you freely. This makes take up right in the boat much easier and a smoother process. Another thing is just to make sure all lines are untangled from everyone's body so they're not strapped up in the riggings and won't be pulled under if the boat does turtle. We also talked today about righting your boat, guys. So remember, when you go under, someone go to the dagger board and someone go to the front. That person at the front and the dagger board put the boat into irons, put weight on the dagger board so when it goes up, so you put the boat up, and the person at the front grab the boat to keep it straight, sturdy, and yeah. So guys, we learned today about how to right the boat when it's capsized and how to do it all safely, which is the main concern because of course sailing is fun, but it's only as fun as if everything is safe and everyone knows what they're doing and feels confident in the water. After we did our little discussion and problem solving there, do you guys have any questions about righting your boat, capsizing, any parts of the safety or the turtling that you guys don't understand?
No.
Johan?
No.
Janet? Nicole?
No, I think we're good.
Oh, well, that's great, guys. Hopefully we'll be able to go out and practice our new skills soon.